Hi there, it's Pastor Mike. Thanks for joining me here in the gazebo. It's Perkstream for April 14th, 2021. So thanks again for joining me today. We've been going through a series of videos on what does it mean to be a disciple and how do we share in the life of Jesus so that we can share that life with others. And today we're going to talk about the second of some practices that we can employ that will help us to share the life of Jesus with others. Followers of Jesus immerse themselves in Jesus Christ. They learn Jesus, as Mike Frost says. And so what can we learn from Jesus' actions that will help us in our day today? And then we want to do a quick recap of the Sunday celebration for Charlie and Janet and just let you know how that went. So being a disciple of Jesus is sharing in the life of Jesus so that we can share the life of Jesus with others. Following Jesus takes root in us. It's one of those things that we have in us, and it's not just a belief system, it's a lifestyle. And so that's what we're trying to encourage here, a lifestyle of being immersed in Jesus and then sharing that life with others. One way we do that is we can bless people. It's what we talked about last week. We strengthen the arm of a person through encouragement, maybe through doing something for them that they can't do for themselves. And we bless them, and by blessing them, we also gain a blessing. Well, as disciples of Jesus, there's another way that we can live the life of Jesus, and that is we come to the table. So, as a disciple of Jesus, we can make it a habit of eating with other people, particularly people who don't know Jesus. Now, have you ever noticed how many times in the scriptures Jesus is at the table when he makes a statement or he has a teaching? I think it speaks to one of those cultural things. It's not just something that we happened upon today. It's always been true that meals mean something more than just the fact that we sat down to eat. They're times of friendship. They're times of community building. A number of years ago, when cable TV was just getting its start, there was a cable station called the TV Food Network. And a bunch of celebrity chefs would come on and they would show you things like how to boil water, how to cook pasta al dente. They gave you these tips on video. Well, over time, that network and its sister network, the Cooking Channel, has shifted. They don't just show you how to cook exotic meals or even simple meals. What they have moved to is they cook the meal, they show you what they're making, they tell you what's in it, then they say go to the website to get the recipe, but then they will sit down and share that meal with other people. Or else they'll have travel logs where they go to different places and eat food and interact with people, and they basically model what it means to get to know a person in the table, at the table. It's incredible. And Cheryl and I have seen the power of that when we've had open table here at our house, and during the time of COVID, since we haven't been able to have open table, we still hear, hey, we missed that. We missed that. I'm glad that spring is here because maybe we can bring this back outside and eventually we'll get back to that normalcy of the open table. But I know what happens at the table. It's not just eating, it's making deeper friendships. It's learning to hear somebody's heart. And that happens at the table in a way that's very different than if you see somebody on the street or if you pass them in the hallway at church, or even you might even sit on a park bench somewhere and you just be talking. Around the table changes things. So Mike Frost suggests that you might eat together with somebody who is a Christian or somebody from your church, then eat with somebody during the week that's not a believer, and then have a third meal with somebody from either category. And you might think, what, 3 purposeful meals a week? Am I having a lot of dinner parties? And he says, no. If you eat 3 meals a day, make sure that you're not eating alone. Eat with somebody. Take time to share the meal together. So make it purposeful, and just know that if you take that time, you will be investing in the life of someone else. And maybe, just maybe, if you're investing time in someone who's not a Christian, conversation about Jesus will emerge, and you can talk about him, and you can talk about how his life is in you, and maybe that will lead to conversations about that person sharing the life of Jesus as well. It's a habit that allows us to connect deeply with another human being, and eventually we might be able to share the life of Jesus together. Well, this last Sunday we were able to bless Charlie and Janet, both during our worship service, when we heard from Bob Stevenson, and Bob and Bonnie were able to be with us. We also heard from, we also got to rather be with them that afternoon in an open house out at Butter Valley Gulfport, and many of you were able to attend, but some of you were not able to. Just know that that they felt very blessed and honored in those things that we did for them, even if they weren't as big as we had hoped to make them. Well, one of the things that I want to be able to say is, you may not have been able to give to the special nest egg that we're putting together so that Charlie and Janet can continue to do ministry that's above and beyond what they would normally do, particularly the missions work that Charlie does. So what we have made available is, if you write a check to Perkstream Mennonite Church, or if you do your online giving through Realm, you just, in the memo, write nest egg, and whatever gifts come in to the nest egg will be given to Charlie and Janet so that they can continue to do the ministry that they are so suited to. So thanks for watching today. I hope that you have the opportunity to sit and bless somebody during a meal. And I hope that maybe as you do that, or as you bless somebody through an act of encouragement or an act of service, that will help share the life of Jesus with them. Not just a token act, a metaphorical act, but truly that the life of Jesus in you will motivate you to bless someone else. God bless you and have a great day.